Hey boys and girls, it's me, Tom Donohue, your host for the Wild Tangents podcast.
Does he really sound like that?
Yeah.
Like, I listened to it, not only...
Alright,
I thought it was him at first.
actually introduce yourself.
Oh, hey, I'm Mike, I'm friends with the guys.
Actually introduce yourself.
It's me, Uncle Jay.
How long has this skit been
Actually
playing?
introduce yourself.
I'm Matt Curtis, hi.
Did you guys have meetings to plan this skit out? Because it was real funny, I'll be honest. I was laughing, but it was on the inside.
It was totally on the
And
inside.
my name is Kilroy Beardneck, White Knight of the distant land of Valor. I serve under our great king, Federin, and he sent me on a sacred quest to find a mythical item, the Holy Grail, in order to greater strengthen our kingdom.
That's Tom.
Alright, guys, I'm, my name is,
Speak up, bonehead!
okay. My name is Fizzle Longbottom. I am a great wizard whose spells seem to slowly fizzle out like a limp penis.
That's Uncle Jay.
And I am Bungo, skeleton warrior of the East. I serve only the strongest man until he becomes a pile of bones.
Did I miss a memo? Was there an email that got sent out that I missed?
Alright,
It's time to come
Alright,
clean,
Bone
bonehead.
Gore. Roll a d20 to break the fourth wall.
Let's see.
Good enough.
Whoa, you got a save +6.
I'm really confused.
Today we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay!
And Matt's gonna be the Dungeon Master.
We got rid of the improv.
Except we didn't tell Matt beforehand.
We've totally upped the improv just to see how well Matthew can be on his toes.
You
We
know
have all had time to plan.
Alright.
You know how bad we are at regular improv. Let's do a podcast-long improv set.
Alright, I think I got this.
Alright.
You all ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
Would you like our characters again?
No, I got
Okay.
it. I got it. Yeah.
Alright, I'm Kilroy, the White Knight.
Yeah, I got that.
And I am
Longbottom.
I am Bungor.
Alright, you three adventurers have been recruited by the village elder to get together and record the dopest, dankest podcast in the history of your land. Okay? But, unfortunately, the mic, the sacred mic to rule them all, has been stolen by Goth2. He's not a nice guy. He lives across
How
the way.
not nice?
Well, like, one time his neighbor had a dog who peed in his yard, and
Roll a
Like-
d20 to see how not nice he is.
it's not my job.
Oh, he's a 12.
Mm.
So you guys gotta kind of go over to his house and just get that mic back, because it's in his shed with, like, weed whackers and other things he's taken from
I
neighbors.
shall cast a spell of invisibility on Bungor.
Nyah!
We shall send him in. I must roll a d10.
7. He's invisible. Good job.
I did not fizzle like my first marriage.
We didn't talk about this, you bonehead.
Alright, Bongoer. We can go get this microphone. Or we can scope out some ladies at the local GameStop.
What if I get a boner?
You're invisible. Stop touching me there.
I roll to see if we just go and scope out babes for the day instead of doing our quest.
You abandon your quest and go to GameStop to scope out some babes.
We walk into GameStop.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
Dungeon Master?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Respect
You
the
walk into
hierarchy.
GameStop, and you run into Kelly, the GameStop girl. She stops and tells you,
Kelly loves my wand.
We've had a couple run-ins in the past.
you guys are having GameStop is having a sale on Far Cry 6 and Battletoad Bundle Pack. She wants to know if you guys are interested.
Tell her I already have a quarter staff.
I try to seduce Kelly.
me.
10. It kind of works. I mean, you get a number, but you're not sure if, like, it's actually her
call you
number.
back.
You just scored a loser line.
I'm checking out the shelf to see if I score a sweet deal on Madden 07. I roll to see if it's under $3. My bone budget.
Well, unfortunately, it's $7.50.
What if I use my power-up rewards bone card?
Well, then you get it.
I don't have that. It's in my other bone pants.
I'm going to pick his pocket while he figures out whether he can get the Madden 07 bundle.
Oh, hey, yeah. You loot in his pocket and you get $6.
I don't.
Excellent! My day is saved!
I just store everything in my pelvis bone. I don't really have pockets.
I know.
What's going to really fuck your mind later is I just pickpocketed an invisible guy!
Only the skilled wizards can do that.
I notice a used copy of Pokemon Yellow on the shelf and try to bargain Kelly down from $4 to $2 for it.
Hey, good news.
He's got the deals.
She was so impressed with your charms earlier, and she goes ahead and lowers it to $2.
I cast a firebolt on her for not liking me first!
Firebolt succeeds. Not only does it hit Kelly, but it totally incinerates the entire building, burning every copy of Guitar Hero Live.
We did it, Reddit!
I want to go back to the original quest now! Kelly was a cunt!
What do we all say? Do we go back to what we were originally supposed to do?
Kilroy joins Kelly's family for the upcoming funeral.
Wait, are you going to the funeral or the quest?
Kilroy's going to the funeral.
Hey, fuck this guy.
Wait! It says you get a +1. Bungor decides to come. Wait, roll to see.
I roll to see what the weather is like on that day.
Your day looks like crap!
30% chance of thunderstorms. Is it really worth risking?
It's not. Because after all, you can't have sex with a corpse.
I've tried.
Or can
believe
you?
me. I roll to write her family a letter of how sad I am she died. I roll to see how awkward it is.
Ooh, 9. Unfortunately, your message goes something like, "Hey, I didn't really know Kelly that well. I'm sorry that my friend blew her up. By the way, does she have any additional copies of Madden 07?
I'm just here to strike a deal.
On to the quest!
Alright, I guess we can do the quest now or whatever.
Alright, well, on your way to, the dude's house,
Whatever his fucking name was.
you run into a mailman. Yeah. He's
What level is this mailman?
7.
Oh my god! It's all over before it started, gentlemen.
Watch out for that satchel he has!
Well, you notice the satchel is full of all sorts of goodies from Amazon.com. Now, you can try to loot him, or you can let him be.
Can I try to use my charm on him?
I mean, sure, but be warned, this mailman grew up in the ghetto, alright?
That's okay, I've got my fedora on me, and it gives me a +2 to all charm rolls.
Hey, surprisingly, not only do you get the mailman's number,
Yeah! You're on a bone.
but he hands you an envelope full of dick pics.
We did it!
They're not all his.
I'm going to cast lightning bolt on his asshole for
On my literal asshole?
for getting nothing but dick pics.
Success. A lightning bolt goes right up Thomas's rectum. He won't be able to sit for another 4 hours.
I'm thoroughly uncomfortable.
Take that, Gilroy!
Now, hold on. I'll go ahead and roll a dice. Yeah, not only is Thomas uncomfortable, but he's a little bit satisfied.
Now that you have successfully acquired the mailman's phone number and dick pics, may we continue on the quest?
Is it up to him? Because I mean...
Can we stop at the Vapor Vault first?
Alright, you guys head into the Vapor Vault. While inside, Ahmed, who runs the Vapor Vault, he asks you if you'd be interested in trying the new bacon-flavored vape.
I'm quite interested.
I ask him if he has any Madden 07 flavored.
Roll. You're in luck, he does.
Yes! It tastes like football! It's a field goal right into my mouth.
It tastes like Madden himself.
Oh, God.
What kind of inventory do we have in this store
Well,
that may help on our quest?
Well, it turns out Ahmed has a variety of potion vapes. You can vape them and give you additional bonuses and stuff.
Ooh,
Do we look
I
cool
like it.
when we do it?
No. For every time you use these potions, you get -1 cool.
Good thing I'm at level 100.
My
cool.
cool stat is already infinite.
I'm a
You can
skeleton.
tell because I have a cane sword and a fedora.
So browsing his wares, you notice how he has a vape pen of enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you smoke using this vape pen, you get +1 to boning.
Yes!
He also has some general stuff, strength vape, invisibility vape, charming vape.
I'm going to cast my tickle spell on him, and by tickle spell, I mean I'm going to tickle him, grab what you can, and run.
Does he
Let's
have
try
a,
Oh, good roll. Your tickling succeeds. He goes into a laughing fit, gets an immediate boner.
Yes!
He'll be incapacitated for at least several minutes.
Absolutely!
I rolled...
I go to wash my hands.
I rolled a check to see if he has a love vape.
No.
No bones about it. I roll to steal everything he has in his pockets.
Okay.
What do I get for being invisible?
What do you get for being
Do I
invisible?
get like a plus, give me a +1.
You get -1 because you can't see because you're invisible.
6.
Alright, 6. You get a couple of rolls of lint and a used vape head.
Oh, guys, we're on the right track.
Why don't you take everything in the store and wait for me outside? No. Leave the enchanted vape of boning. I'm going to have a talk with our clerk.
You don't own me! Just to spite Jay the Wizard. I only steal the vape of boning.
It's Fizzle Longbottom!
Success! You take
Yes!
the vape of boning right from Jay's dick.
I'm going to wave your $6 in your face!
It's all I've ever had.
Alright, so fast forward sometime. You guys have left the vape vault with your newly acquired satchel of goodies. Jay has been
And dick pics!
thoroughly satisfied by Ahmed. And you two are on your way to the villain's house.
Fizzle Longbottom is now Fizzle Loosebottom.
Is the villain's house near a McDonald's or some other fast
No,
food
we are no
restaurant?
longer stopping!
Well, it
I'm
was
so hungry.
It was originally a couple blocks over from your starting place, but now you guys are actually several miles away.
Is there
On
like
the other side of town.
is there like a Wendy's or I'd even settle for Burger King.
Is there a White Castle?
Well, why don't you
White
roll?
Castle.
Why don't you roll?
It's like an Arby's.
Hey, yeah. You got a crystal burger.
We can make it work.
We decide to eat at the Crystal Burger.
Roll for not getting food poisoning.
Okay, alright.
Try again.
Alright. Well, both of you succeed in not getting food poisoning, although
All right.
Jay's stomach is a little queasy. Mike, what about you?
I have IBS!
He's a skeleton.
Skeletons don't get food poisoning.
No, but you gotta drink milk.
Oh, you're right.
You're right. You gotta
I rolled.
Yeah, you gotta keep high on that calcium.
I rolled to see if the milk is still not past its expiration date. Damn it! Oh my god.
Unfortunately, that's not milk you're drinking, that's semen.
And I'm just I'm an invisible skeleton, so we're just seeing, like, just cum, like, filling up an invisible skeleton stomach. This is a day all the other patients at Crystal Burger will tell their grandkids about.
I feel...
When does my spell finally end and he become visible again?
Now that his stomach is full of cum, it'll never end.
Oh god. I'd better get used to this new life. What do we got now? What's
I feel
Well,
thoroughly
I
nourished.
would suggest going on your quest, but I think Thomas has a different agenda.
No, we're going to quest now.
Oh, you're gonna go on the
Yeah,
quest
sure.
now?
You said that 3 times now.
Alright, you know what?
I've got to take a shit first.
Good roll. Jay's gonna be in there for the next 30 minutes.
Alright,
I'll catch up, fellas.
What did you eat?
so me and Bongor,
I rolled to make casual conversation with this guy I haven't really talked to much since our quest began.
Starts off with how's the weather, kind of goes into, the kids, but gets a little weird. Thomas's kids died a couple years ago.
Bone gore ate them.
You can see little bits of children floating in that cum.
I'm sure we'll get past it as the quest progresses, right? Hey, buddy?
Picture Bone Gore dressing himself up on Christmas with little bodies and candy canes.
I rolled a
Just to feel human.
I rolled to tell a joke. What?
I'll cut it out, but
Oh.
just Jay activated my Siri and it just Googled, I have IBS.
Oh.
Excellent!
I rolled to tell a funny joke.
Alright, joke away.
Oh, it succeeded?
Yeah, but it's not a good one.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Isn't that every joke he ever
hey,
tells?
Bongor. Why
Yes?
it gets wetter the more it dries?
A towel!
You
That's a riddle, you bonehead!
beat me to it.
It's not even a joke, it was so bad.
I roll to just keep walking and no one says a word until we reach the house.
It succeeds. Alright, you've reached the villain's house. It's a lovely...
I'm done shitting.
Jay catches up. The villain's house is a lovely 2-story condo with a couple flamingos in the yard, nice minivan in the driveway.
Can we pose his flamingos in a sexual position before we break in?
You're gonna break in, you're not even gonna knock.
It's gonna be a hell of a roll, man.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this idea.
Alright. You have successfully posed the flamingos in a sexual position.
He'll never thwart us again by stealing the mic.
This will really throw him off.
So, roll to break in.
Let's not break in yet. Let's get his attention to the sex-having flamingos to distract him.
I roll to use the pocket lint I got from the clerk earlier to start a huge fire in his front lawn. That will get his attention for sure.
Excellent, Bone Gore. Rub your legs together.
Success!
Oh, perfect.
You've started a miniature fire in his lawn. You're burning his garden gnomes, his patches of grass.
That totem shit I got in the Bone Scouts really helped out.
The little cherry tree his grandmother planted. All up in flames.
Bone Gore has no regrets.
So, the front door opens.
Shit, hide! I rolled to hide.
You hide. Everyone else is caught standing there awkwardly.
My man's seeing a stomach full of cum in his front lawn.
So, the evil dude walks out. He's in slippers. He's holding the newspaper. He's got his reading glasses on. It's very early in the morning. You've clearly disturbed him.
Yeah.
He starts to panic and tries to put out the fire so it doesn't endanger his
We
wife
should
and
have
children.
done a flaming bag of poo.
Why do we think of these things after we do it?
As he's putting out the fire, he notices you two and says, "Who are you two? What do you start this fire?"
I roll to run into his house.
You run, but he trips you.
Do I at least trip inside his house?
No. You hit your head on the front porch and take 1 wound.
I try to jump over Gilroy and make it into the house.
You jump over Gilroy, but you also trip and hit your head on the front
But what
porch.
about my +5 for already being hidden?
Alright, you're inside.
Alright,
Once inside, though, you see in the kitchen, terrified, is the evil dude's wife and infant daughter. He had been feeding her breakfast. They are clearly terrified. They don't know what's going on. There's a strange man in the house. The wife goes for the butcher knife.
I roll
That doesn't look like the microphone.
to get up and sneak inside the daughter's room.
No. You'll walk upstairs and actually walk into the 15-year-old son's room. You notice an overwhelming stench, cans of Mountain Dew, and stiff socks everywhere.
I roll to see if he has any My Little Pony action figures.
Well, you're in luck.
what are you doing in my room?
This boy, who, I don't know, we'll call him Michael Mott, his room is covered with My Little Pony merchandise.
He sounds cool.
I roll
rolled.
to steal it all.
Congratulations.
Yeah!
You got a Rainbow Dash plush.
Now can I deal with the wife and the butcher knife?
Yeah, if you want to.
I roll to explain to the wife that he is drunk and I just happen to have a floating stomach of cum following me around oh so calmly. Where is the microphone?
Alright, you start to explain yourself, but you accidentally cast a spell that kills the wife. She drops the butcher knife right into the infant's head. They both die.
I tried to... I'm still in the front lawn with the
Break
guy.
for it!
The evil dude runs into his house, sees his dead wife and child, and breaks down into tears.
Wait. I can save this.
What have you done? Bertha! Oh, God!
I can save this. I roll to convince him this is all a street performance.
You start to explain yourself, but he's so distraught he can't hear you. He says, Get out of my house! I don't want to see any of you ever again.
What about the microphone?
I roll to book it before the police come.
Oh my god, they're already here!
The police are outside. You are surrounded.
Oh, God. I cast invisibility on myself.
Good news. Not only does your invisibility spell work, but Mike's wears off.
Oh shit. Now I'm just your regular run-of-the-mill
Now
skeleton.
I roll to
Comedy
yell,
style.
the cum-filled skeleton did it.
Success.
You bonehead!
The cops tackle Mike, pin him to the ground, and handcuff him.
You know they're racist against my kind.
I roll to
They
sneak.
hate the bony one.
I roll to sneak out while they've tackled Mike.
Success. You successfully sneak out the back door while the cops are putting Mike into the squad car.
I roll to scream, fuck the police.
Success. They start beating you to death.
I roll to drag the mother's body into a dark room.
Fail. You grab the infant instead.
No!
You'd have a hell of a time explaining this to the police.
I'm invisible.
Just act like you're the baby. Just hold it up. Like start posing on.
All right.
I used the child to try to get out of the house.
Alright, a baby starts floating out of the closet. The cops, who would be a little suspicious about that, investigate.
I rolled to drop the baby and run.
You drop the baby onto its head, further just worsening the injury, and you make a run for it. Unfortunately, you lose the cops. Good job.
Nice!
So let's evaluate. Mike is half dead in the back of the squad car.
I'm a skeleton.
Jay is on the run. Thomas is still upstairs with the My Little Pony merchandise.
No, I roll to sneak out the back
Oh
door.
yeah, Thomas is long gone. So you two are gone. The man's wife and child have been murdered. Mike is half dead in the squad car.
I roll to sneak up with, to meet up with,
Shit, we forgot the mic!
Jay.
All right.
Do I find him?
Yeah. You find each other under a pale oak tree.
Okay. And we need to come up with a... Should we get the mic, or should we get the mic?
Fuck Bungor!
What do you even do for us?
All he did was ever just slosh around with that whole stomach of cum.
You think that'll help my case? when they throw the book at me?
Alright, well, honestly, I feel like that was pretty good.
Really? You had fun?
Yeah, unfortunately, you failed your quest.
Oh!
You guys
the
weren't
quest was not failed.
No.
No. You thought we were really going for a mic. We were just going to lose a mic.
Get rid of Mike.
Well,
Quest succeeded.
you lost the mic. And while you guys tried to pull off the greatest podcast in the history of ever, you two ended just sitting around playing D&D, and it was mediocre at best.
We win!
Yay!
That was fun.
Cool.
For somebody, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe somebody out there
There's
enjoyed
one
it.
person listening who's like,
Yeah, well, maybe they'll do better next time.
right.
You're
I
like
feel like that's the slogan.
You're like the fat chick of podcasts. Like every time you just got to try harder.
Right.
You know what? You got nothing else going for you, so you might as well just try harder.
Right.
Well, I'm proud of everyone.
Our slogan is, there are worse things to listen to.
Well, yeah. Point, Matt. Yeah.
Did you like that sneaky little surprise I laid out for you, Matt? That little...
I
wasn't expecting that.
Nope. Sure was a good surprise, though. Great way to spend some time. I would have liked to actually play D&D, but...
Yeah, like any of us really have the mind capacity to try to do a podcast and play D&D at the same time and stay in character.
Yeah, hell no.
Yeah.
That ain't happening.
Nope.
Nah.
Okay?
I'll be honest, Bungor might not have been on the same track as everyone during the whole quest.
This sentence is already ridiculous.
There's no redeeming myself.
Thomas, do you have anything else planned?
Ooh.
No.
Nah. How deep in this are we?
We got about 15 minutes left.
Ooh, boy.
That was a 15-minute quest?
No, that was half an hour.
That was about half an hour.
Oh, so we're getting an extension on podcast now.
They're about 45.
minutes.
30 to 45.
All right.
We can end now.
Nah. I'll tell a fun little story. All right. Now, this is a serious story. Okay.
I got my serious face on top.
Everyone has a serious face?
We're all listening intently.
This is a story about the time...
How your life got flipped, turned upside down.
No, about the time that...
If that's it, we're cutting the podcast. But...
About the time that I came out to my parents. As you know, gay. As everybody listening knows that I am, right?
Of course.
They don't know, we'll make damn sure they know.
So I sat them down and like, listen, Mom, Dad.
He did it via podcast.
No, wait. This is my coming out story. I didn't tell them I was gay. I'm like, listen, Mom, Dad, I sat them down. I laid all my cards out on the table. I told them just how I felt. And my dad looks at me and he's like, his face is red and he's trembling. He's like, son, it's just a natural order of things. There's just the way things go. There's a way things were meant to be. Hens love roosters, geese love ganders, and everybody else loves Ned Flanders. And then he said, hi diddly ho. And that was the end of the conversation.
Time of death of the podcast.
9:22.
Lazy!
Clear!
Nobody got that sick ass Simpsons reference?
No. We got it.
You got it?
No.
That wasn't the issue, buddy.
It was pretty bad.
That's not why.
That was not well thought out. I can
I
tell.
live for everyone's disappointment.
Cool.
Well, you do it so well, Thomas.
Yeah.
You said as you vaped.
Nobody wants to hear you vape on the podcast.
Mike.
We got a couple of them.
Yeah.
It's a niche audience, all right?
Hey, Thomas, you got +1 of boning.
Hell yeah.
+1 of boning. Mike started fire with pocket lint. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Jay, you got a funny haha story to tell?
Oh man.
Tell us about the time you fought a dragon, Jay.
Yeah, Thomas, we all know
We
that,
could do that one.
we all know that my romps with your mother
Oh no.
are not
Oh,
something
no.
that we want to share on the
no.
podcast.
Now I'm sad.
No,
I'm just.
you know what? I'll tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys a story of luck. Actually,
Okay.
this is a good story of luck.
There's a story of luck and a boy named Sue.
Actually, no, it's a story of luck and a crackhead named Leroy. Okay,
Okay.
if you really want to know. So
Right.
I don't know if the guy's name was really Leroy, but we'll get to that in a minute. So any people local to our area fully know what the HF Festival was back in the day, which was a really big concert that, you know, a rock radio station in the DC area would put on every year. Multiple bands, you know, it was always a really cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the first year that they did it, where they did it 2 days in a row, okay, we were going for the whole time. We were going for both days, and it was up in DC at RFK Stadium. So of course we got a hotel in DC, you know, not far from it, because we were wasted by the time we left the first day and didn't want to have to drive far. Okay. Well, after driving around, like, we found the hotel, but we couldn't find somewhere to park because I had this big conversion van, you know what I mean? Like, it gigantic thing. So we couldn't find anywhere to park, right? We were driving around for a good hour and a half till I finally gave up. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I climbed out of the driver's seat, climbed into the back of the van, and let somebody else fucking drive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after driving around for like another hour or so, okay, and my one friend driving my van into a parking garage that was way too low for that van, so then it had this nice little dent in the top of it, but, you know, that's neither here nor there.
Style points.
Suddenly, out of an alley, pops Leroy the Lucky Crackhead. Okay? Now, Leroy the Lucky Crackhead, mind you, it's fucking like 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay? And we're driving around trying to find parking. And this little fucking crackhead pops up out of nowhere and flags us down. So we stop and talk to Leroy the Lucky Crackhead.
Of course.
And Leroy sounds something like this. Hey, man. Hey, I saw you guys driving around for like 3 hours, man.
You found actual Beavis from Beavis and
I was like,
Butthead.
hey, guys,
no.
do you need somewhere to park? Well, like, yeah, man. Like, actually, we do. All right. Follow me down this alley.
Oh boy.
So, you know, being the overtired and pretty strung out teenagers that we were, we decided we were going to follow this fucking crackhead down this alley. Why, this seems legit.
Yeah, like you do.
Yeah, you know, this
Naturally.
totally seems legit.
Life advice with Jay.
Well,
Wild tangent segment.
he leads us down this alley, and I'm talking not like a large alley, like this is leading somewhere. No, you literally feel like you're squeezing a hot dog into a fucking key for a door. Okay? So we make it down this alley barely, and lo and behold, we pop out into this like little parking lot area. It was like this little secret path into this parking lot area. Okay? Now, as we're getting out the van, I noticed there's probably like 7 other crackheads standing right off to the side, but not thinking that anything is funny. You know what we do? We gave this guy a $5 bill. We gave this guy a soda that we had, and we gave the guy a bag of chips and said, man, thank you so much. Have a nice night. Do you want to know why he got the name Leroy the Lucky Crackhead?
Why?
Not because he found us a parking spot, but because the next morning when we got up and checked out of the hotel, hanging from my van mirror was a bag with a brand new bag of chips in it, a brand new soda, and a brand new pack of blunts.
I wasn't expecting any happy ending from this, man.
So we continued on the second day of the festival
I'm
and
surprised you
told
found
everybody the story
Hell
of
yeah.
Leroy the
And-
Lucky Crackhead.
And they tried to reproduce it, but they all got their cars stolen, right?
This is highly possible. Don't ever trust a random crackhead that tries to take you down an alley in any city.
Results may vary.
Yes.
Many will enter, few will win.
Right.
You're like,
Yes, Leroy the Lucky Crackhead. That was probably one of my better memorable concert moments, only because it's one of the few times I can remember something from a concert.
one of the few times something good came from hanging out with a crackhead.
Right, yeah, exactly. Well, there you go. There's the end of your podcast. I hope you enjoyed Leroy the Lucky Crackhead.
Not with a
and
whimper.
His crackhead hour.
Well, gang, you heard it here. That's that. That's all, folks. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because that's what Leroy would do.
Don't forget to
shout out.
follow us on social media. And also, why not check out wildtangents.podomatic.com. It's a new site we're on to see all of our latest content, some exclusive stuff you won't find on the YouTube channel. You can also download our videos and get links to us on iTunes.
And for anybody editing the audio of this podcast,
Thanks, Mike.
That's you, Mike. You're editing the
oh
audio.
shit.
And from now on, I don't want to be introduced as Uncle Jay. I want to be world debating champion when I come on here now. I need my own title for my champion status.
I want you to dress up like it, even though nobody will see it. It's a full audio podcast.
Done deal. Done deal. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah. The end.